Hi guys. So I want to, after chatting with one of my colleagues in the terrain video community, should check out his channel. That's the Beard Clipper. He runs an interesting vlog, just discussing the various projects that he's got going on, rather than a definitive blow-by-blow how-to. And I thought I've got a lot of different projects that go on in my studio, and I thought it would be interesting not only to catalogue for myself what's going on as a video record, but you might be interested in it as well. So I'm going to start a series called Montage Monday. So hopefully Mondays, hopefully every week, this will come out and it'll give you a little insight into what's going on here in my studio, which could be anything from drawings and paintings to terrain to minis, as well as props and cosplay over time. So here we go. This is what my drawing board usually looks like. So come on in a little closer. So what you're looking at here is generally how a painting will start for me. I've got a book cover I'm working on at the moment, and this will start from sketches in the sketchbook. I'm hoping maybe to start a sketchbook series as well. And then, okay, so this is what we've got going on here. I've got my sketchbook, and this is a sketch that I've done for my online art courses. The sketch is, I will tend to photograph that either on my phone or scan it into Photoshop and just give it a little bit of a digital fix if there's anything that needs fixing, before printing it back out, which I can then trace this down. This is at the right size, and then I can trace this onto the canvas or the watercolor paper that I'm going to work on. In this instance, this is going to be both a watercolor and an acrylic in the online art course, and that's a pretty straightforward process. I'll show you the paintings in a moment. Other times I may have individual elements that I draw out. For example, this is a book cover illustration that is being prepped for an oil painting, and what I will do is scan the individual elements out, the important elements, composite those in Photoshop, and then run them out. And the same process of just trace them down onto the paper that I'm going to work with, or the board I'm going to work on, and then fill out the actual drawing there as a polished drawing. So yeah, so on the board right now we've got this book cover. I've got another one coming up as well. We've got my online art courses, and this is a personal project piece. This is being done in a similar vein, although I've printed out this just a little bit too big. This is one of my fairy art pieces that is going to be a graphite piece. If you're interested in seeing how I progress with these pieces of work, more in a tutorial way, then definitely comment down below in the doobly bits, and I'll endeavour to record the fuller process, as it were. I'm hoping to run a sketchbook series for, just doing daily sketches, that kind of thing. We'll see how that comes out. So if you're interested in seeing that as well, that'd be cool to know. Okay, I'm going to move over to my terrain now, the bit that is here behind me. So this way. So the studio's flooded with sunshine at the moment. I've got this here just to try and offset some of it. Hopefully that's going to come out, but this isn't about polished editing. This is about just showing you what's going on. So yeah, I've got a couple of projects on the go here. Another one over there. It's always fitting this stuff in. So I've got a modular cave system, which is an upcoming YouTube video. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this one. I'll just give you a little bit of a close-up of what I'm working on right now. So if you want to look down here, Okay, if things look slightly different, it's because I actually lost my little bit of footage that I was showing you here, and so I'm just squeezing another recording of it in now. So this is the modular cave piece that I'm doing, which is off the back end of the success of my lava terrain, which I'm extremely pleased with. So I won't go into too much detail, but taking chunks of, you know, just polystyrene that we get in packaging and whatever, and laying that down. I'm a big fan still of the old traditional kitchen roll and PVA to get rock textures. This isn't the final texture layer, but it helps to start building a good base for that, and it also makes that polystyrene, you know, rock hard. It's very, very durable. What I'm just working on right now is adding a certain amount of detail to my tile. So I make that up using, these are all of the bits of chippings that I cut off my EVA as I'm working on projects, and I try to store them. In fact, I probably keep too much of this this around. But yeah, so these become excellent pieces of rock for projects like this, or I'll use you know, real rock. This is just slate chippings that you can get from a garden centre, very, very cheap. And for this step, I want the stuff that I'm putting on to hold quite well, so I'll tend to use this sort of you know, no nails stuff. This is a cheaper brand, but that's effectively what I use. So I will put a bead of the no nails down as a starting point, like so. And then I will take my my knife and just gently tease that to make the transition between the block and the cave floor. And this stuff dries pretty fast as well, which is good. And then I will pick random pieces, just randomly pieces that I feel are going to fit the area that I've got going on here, and I'll just push those in. Whether that's the torn chunks of EVA, which I will just point out remain as every bit as durable as a large piece of EVA. They don't lose their integrity simply because they're small. They're still got, you know, they're really unbreakable still. Or I will use real rock, you know, and I mix and match it as well, because I find that can make it for a better finish, all told. So just push that in there, and then once I'm happy with what I've got, I will just go back in and tease the no nails over the surface, just to make sure that everything's well gripped in. Smooth it into any texture that's being formed here. As I say, I'm going to go on. There's more texturing to be done on this, more layers as well. But I just thought I'd give you a little heads up on what's coming up on the channel, possibly later this week, next week. Okay, and then it's time to move over to the other terrain pile I've got in process. Sun is streaming in through the studio window at the moment, so I apologise for the lighting. The dilemma that my lava build actually gave me was realising that I had a game on the night after finishing editing and publishing my magma terrain, and so that's the Sunless Citadel campaign, you know, old classic. although I'm running the current Tales of the Yawning Portal version of it. And I realised they'd literally just got down to the Grove level, and I needed something to be the Grove, and I really wanted to build those the glowing mushrooms. That's something I've been wanting to work on for a while. And so in an afternoon, I managed to knock out this little set of the large mushroom structures. I'll look down here. And yeah, these turn out absolutely great. I'm so pleased with these. Dead easy to make, really dirt cheap. Made from aluminium foil and a EVA foam base. Durable. They literally, I put them together in an afternoon, which meant I'd got the Grove. Here's a little bit of a footage of the build as was. I also hadn't got much dungeon structure for it, so I threw together a little makeshift piece there. I'm going to develop that a little bit more. You can kind of see it in the build of the walls. Just stuff I'm playing around with, projects I'm playing around with at the moment, trialing them out. One cool thing that I did, talking about the Sunless Citadel campaign, this came together very well. My Dungeon of the Dead 3 build, which you can see the link for there now. There's the room in which they find Calcrix, the dragon, the white dragon. Hopefully that doesn't give anything away. Anyway, you know that you've got to find Calcrix and release him. So I'd got this piece of modular dungeon terrain from my Dungeon of the Dead 3, and whilst I was working on the carving the polystyrene there, I realised that some of the offcuts made for perfect frozen structures. So these are just pinned. There's no technique, nothing been done to these pieces of polystyrene from the hot wire cutter. I've literally just taken some interesting shapes, pinned them into the EVA foam, sprinkled some bicarb on the piece there, and there's a great frozen room for Calcrix to be in. They managed to talk themselves out of actually doing this encounter. So I dare say they'll deal with Calcrix at a later point elsewhere, the way their story's unfolding. But I just wanted to show you that it was a 10-minute conversion on this tile, and it worked out really well. Just having these chunks of polystyrene that the hot wire cutter had the offcuts. I was pleased with that. So yeah. And of course it's just disposable. I can just take these back off, dust off the bicarb, and I'm back to my original dungeon tile. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. That was, yeah. So yeah, between this, which was a very, very quick build, and these shrooms, which I was so pleased with how well they came together. That video is probably out due this week, maybe the end of this week. So keep your eye out for that one, because it's some cool techniques and it's all about building with speed, that one. Not normally something I tend to deal with. The sun is blinding right now. Anyway, I'm going to just jump back over to the drawing board, show you some painting stuff that's going on, and wrap it up. Okay, see you in a moment over there. So right now, I'm in what I call the blocking in stage on the paintings here. This is the one for my online art courses, which you saw the sketch here earlier on. Pop that down there. So this is got the drawing on the board, and then block it into its two main colour components. We're working with a temperature-based contrasts in this painting on the course, and this is acrylics. So this is on a canvas that's been mounted to a board. So yeah, this is just a straight up acrylic ground over the base of the canvas, and then we'll work the details into that as we go. This just here And this is the watercolour version of it. It's a similar process, but we get a bit more texture in this early stage. But it's the same basic process of blocking in. When we're working with acrylics, I like to work full rich dark colours and bring them to the right saturation and temperature, whereas with watercolours it's about getting that liveliness first and then building up the darks and the enrichment, so these colours become the lighter parts of the painting. So yeah, that's what's going on in the art course at the moment. And then finally, I've got a personal piece which is going on at the moment, which is this sort of fantasy-esque landscape with a unicorn here in the front. So hopefully that you can see that there going on. So yeah. I apologise for the glaring sun coming through the window, messing around with all of the light settings. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed just getting an insight into what's going on in the studio. I'm going to try and bring out one of these each Monday, maybe alternate Mondays, but I'm going to try and bring one out so it keeps me up to date, keeps you up to date, keeps me on my toes. And if you see something in one of these and say, hey, you know, I really would like to see more about that thing that you showed us there, then please tell me about it down in the comments, which ones you'd rather see more of. And you know, do the thing that we all ask for, which is hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. That really helps the channel build. If you want to help the channel out even more, then there is my Patreon. So thanks to these guys down here who are my current patrons. It really is that support, that building support, which is giving me the drive to really push this channel forwards, and I really have so much content to bring. I can't wait to do that. So guys, I am going to leave it there. I will see you in a few days. Take care. Bye.